emergency. Elevator tab 3 degrees back. Rudder tabs at 0. Now we'll line up on the runway, and we want to make sure the nose wheel is straight, because if you get it cocked and you come up on the power and let go, it will lurch to the side it's pointing. So I'll roll a little bit, test the brakes a little bit, looking good. Okay, now we're holding the brakes. Now we just come smoothly on up to about 30 inches plus. In the manual it says go to 46, but we really don't need that much. Release the brakes, here we go, and then push right on up to 52 inches of manifold pressure. This thing really gets going fast. I mean, this is great acceleration. Before I know it, I'm right at 70. Bring the wheel back at 90. Now we're flying off at 90, looking good. Everything is looking great. Make sure the RPMs are fine. Up on the gear. Okay, power back to 46 inches, slowly, and 2,600 RPM. Best climb, now we're climbing out, is anywhere from 140 to 180 miles an hour. To tell you the truth, it almost doesn't matter. Anywhere between that and about 200 gives the airplane an excellent climb rate. And as they said in World War II, climbs like a homesick angel, and it does. The climb rate is well over 2,500 feet a minute.
At Nuthamstead, 55th Fighter Group pilots were assigned the task of flying their P-38 Lightnings on missions that were sometimes nearly impossible due to the unpredictable and very hazardous weather conditions over England. There were key targets the combined British-American Bomber Command had identified in both France and Germany. Industry was at the top of that list. But smaller targets were fair game too, like gun emplacements, beach defenses, communications facilities, and ammo dumps. Before each mission, there was always the briefing. The young pilots would be told what to expect along the way, warned about the hot spots where enemy flak or fighters were waiting. And of course, they were briefed on the weather. Another day, another mission briefing. It's become a ritual for some of the men, the older ones, to look around the room studying faces. Well, to remember them if they don't come back. And today may be that day for pilot Art Thorson.
The brake's good, cycle the prop. Watch for 300 to 400 RPM drop. And increase again, back up, oil pressure looks good, engine feels good, and you do that 3 times. All the way down. That's 2. It looks good, generator's putting out, suction's good, hydraulics good. Reload cycle now all the way down as far as we'll go down to 1250 RPM there. The engine cowling feels good, strong, everything looks good. Okay, max RPM again, and now we'll push it on up to barometric pressure, and at this airport, 29 inches, give us 2,300 RPM, holding the brakes tight. We'll go down here to a mag check, and we go left mag, about a 50 drop. Back to both, right mag, 25 drop, back to both. Cowling looks good, pressures and temps, everything looks good. Chino, Corsair 8378221, ready to go straight out. Roger, clear for takeoff, 782. Okay. Cabin close. Lock the tail wheel, feel it locked. Okay, brakes off, 30 inches, 40 inches.
Runway.
Fuel critical. Cannot go to El Toro. I need to land.
When I got over the field, I could see the situation. One airplane was off the end of one runway and over on its back, while another Corsair blocked the second runway with a collapsed landing gear. Right about then, I really got psyched up and tense, and I still had to land this beast. I made a break over the field for the last remaining runway and noticed that the wind had picked up and would be a left crosswind. On final, I slowed to 85 knots, keeping a little throttle to help adjust the last rate of descent. The airplane landed 3-point. I wasn't sure until it began to bounce a bit. I turned off the active runway, taxied into the ramp, where my crew chief directed me to my parking slot on the line. I climbed out of the airplane, anxious to see if Chris had made it back all right. To find out he had landed in the biggest cactus patch in Mojave. Had stickers in his butt, the crash crew had to track him down. And that was my first flight in the F4U course.